So the next day I got up and I attempted to get out of bed and I fell on the floor. And I said, "Oh my God, oh my God." And I tried to I'm sure you can hear the panic in my voice. Just when I go back and relive it, it was terrifying. And I tried to stand up and I stood up, but I was limping so bad, like I could barely walk. My hands, I had it felt like fire coming out of my hands, like it was so hot and I felt like it was shooting out. So I went to the emergency room and I said, "Listen, I'm so healthy. Look me up in the system. I never come here before, but something really, really bad has happened. Like overnight, I suddenly can't walk." And the emergency room doctor turned around and said to me, and this is the point where my whole life changed. He could have said anything at that moment, except he turned around and said to me, "Are you taking Cipro?" I said, "Oh my God, yes, why?" And he said, "Calm down." I said, "No, how can I calm down for the fact that there's 1,000 medications and you pick out the one that I'm taking?" And he's like, "Well, I see it pretty often that this happens too when people get Achilles heel tendonitis. Do you know what a black box warning is?" No. He explained what that was to me. I said, "It didn't say black box warning anywhere." So he gave me partial warning. He just told me about Achilles heel tendonitis. It was enough for me to know that that is what had caused what was wrong with me. And it was immediately documented as an adverse reaction to a medication. We didn't have any ICD-10 codes at the time for fluoroquinolone. So he told me, "Calm down, relax, you're panicking, go home and take ibuprofen and rest for the next 3 or 4 days. Trust me, you'll be fine. I see this often." I went home and I started taking ibuprofen around the clock and I started getting worse. And I said, "Why am I getting worse if this doctor said all I need to do is rest and take ibuprofen for the inflammation and I would get better?" But this doctor didn't know, like most doctors don't know, that NSAIDs are contraindicated with fluoroquinolones. So as I was taking those NSAIDs, every single time I took a pill, I was increasing my central nervous system issues that I originally got from the fluoroquinolone. I was just making it worse every single time I took an NSAID.